1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
Former Gamecock basketball player Mike Sharavjamts is one of 17 men's basketball players that have filed for an injunction here in South Carolina that might allow them to be part of the 5-for-5 eligibility ruling. According to what Kevin is reporting, he is the only Gamecock player, or at least in this case, former Gamecock, known to be taking part. Athletes from the high school class of 2022 have been hoping to gain eligibility for the coming season after the NCAA said it would enact a 5-for-5 rule starting with the coming school year. But that if you had been in the class of 2022 and you had completed your 4 years of given eligibility, it would not apply to you. A federal judge in Colorado a couple of weeks ago said, no. You can have that 5th year if you were in school still. But if you played any pro sports, or if you were, like, say, went to the NFL got cut, like you wouldn't, and now even some schools are saying, well, what if I got cut, but I did, like Texas is, there's a kid out there suing, and he got back on the team because he got his injunction there in Austin. Kevin says that it's murky for Mongolian Mike right now. He did have some time with the Magic in their summer league team. And he also says it could be difficult because Lamont Paris basically says, well, we got our players. So now he says, I'll read here from Kevin's piece. When asked recently about his roster, Paris made it seem highly unlikely there would be any chance of his South Carolina team looking different. Quote, we built this team to be this team. We brought guys in here to do the thing that we anticipate them doing. But he did acknowledge, Kevin writes, that there are some loopholes available to teams looking to add additional players, but he did not think Carolina would be doing so. Now, Mike Sharavjamts played, I think, at 3 schools in 4 years?
Yeah, he's been all over the place.
If he gets what he's looking for, maybe he could go play somewhere. And he was solid last season.
Fine. I thought he should have had a higher usage rate last year because he was arguably the most efficient offensive player they had. His stats weren't as good as Michi's because he didn't shoot the ball like Michi did.
Right.
But I thought Sharavjamts was a guy that should have got more touches. They should have ran the offense through him a little bit more. Because, he was a matchup problem. He was 6'9", playing on the perimeter.
Right.
Wasn't Steph Curry. He could make a 3. I just thought he was a guy that you'd see these little 3 or 4 minute spurts of where, he just scored buckets. And then it was like he was on a milk carton the rest of the game. And I was always like, man, run him something out of a timeout, introduce him to the other 4 guys on the court. I don't know, do something, because I felt like he could have affected games more if they could have got him shots, or if he could, but to be fair, or if he could have got himself shots, because you got to be aggressive, Jay. You can't just stand around sometimes. But he's an interesting player.
Yeah. Last year, 11 points, 5.5 boards, 2.3 assists, and led the team in both rebounds and blocks.
Like I said, he was a
solid player.
Solid player that I feel like there's more ability to affect games with him. He might just not be that guy, like his whole.
Well, I think you mentioned it. I think it's maybe coaches might see that there's a reason that, and I'm wrong. It was 4 schools in 4 years, so it might be a 5th school in 5
right.
if he gets this.
Let me throw this at you. You're the coach. You see this guy play, and let's say 6 minutes a game, 8 minutes a game, he's really affecting the basketball contest on both ends. But then he just disappears.
Yeah.
Aren't you trying to find a way to unlock that to where he consistently is more engaged?
You're trying, and you would have to question, why, and does he just switch off?
Maybe he's just one. There are guys. I think I told you this before. One of the most interesting. I read this book when I was younger. Well, someone read it to me because I went to high school in Baltimore. Someone read it to me. Charlie Lau, you remember Charlie Lau, the hitting
great
instructor
Charlie
of the
Lau,
Royals.
sure.
Great hitting instructor.
Yeah.
George Brett, Hal McRae, the Royals.
Yeah.
He said there are guys, he goes, you would find this hard to believe, but the truth is there are guys in the majors who are comfortable just being average. Because they're good enough to be on a team, but the expectation isn't there to be great. No one's expecting from you, but just be okay. Maybe Mongolia Mike was comfortable with just being who he was. And the minute you start asking him for more, that kind of get out of his comfort zone of the kind of player and person he is. Maybe he's just a mild-mannered guy, didn't want all that stuff. I just want to play.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just as simple as that sometimes, dude. You know what I mean?
Could be. I don't know. So we'll see. But thanks to Kevin Miller for putting that out. Kevin published that just a little while ago, so we'll see. But I wouldn't, from a Gamecock perspective, it sounds like you got what you got.
Yeah.
For the coming season.
Feels like it.
Yeah. So we'll see.